Are we ready? Is it time? Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I think it might be time. Welcome to the JCH Live, and I hope you're all going to be joining me for something quite exciting. It's been a heck of a week, hasn't it? It's been a bit wild, in the photography world. Things have been going on. I've got some news that I'm going to share with you. I've got some stuff I'm going to show you. I'm also going to read through. I'm going to try and keep up with your messages and answer questions and all the usual stuff. So hey from Chicago, welcome. It's nice to have you. Good afternoon from Seattle, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Philly. I mean, yeah, everybody's here. This is great. This is fantastic. Italy. Welcome one and all. Okay, so first, before we get to the main event, and I'm looking at the main event, I can see it, I'm looking at it. Before we get to the main event, hi from Buenos Aires, good morning, Bangkok, Dubai, Singapore, oh my goodness, this is wild. This week we've had the big announcement from Pentax, the Pentax 17. Can't avoid that elephant in the room, seeing as I was completely snubbed by Pentax, despite championing their camera and their project right from the very beginning and probably being the first one to break the news of it. They, I don't know, they decided to not do anything with me. So I didn't get to see the camera, I didn't get any press release or anything, and I was a bit upset by that, but at the same time, no sour grapes and all that. They released a camera, which is a remarkable thing to do. So congratulations to them. But I've got other stuff to talk about. Hey, Australia, Hong Kong. Let's forget the Pentax camera and get on with the good stuff. So restock the cycling merch. I'd like to. Qatar, Connecticut, Melbourne, Kyoto, Colorado, Philippines. Oh my goodness. Yeah, E64. I might well do that, man. Toronto, boo. Forget Pentax. Come on. No, Pentax has done whatever they've done, and they've done it for a reason, but it's for a different generation, and I guess I'm just an old fart, so whatever. But here we go. Look, so, do you want to see the main event? You want to see what I got? You want me to show you? Okay, I had a visit at the office. I'm going to tease you. I had a visit at the office yesterday from a lovely man who I met before in Photokina in Germany years ago, and his name is Gary, and Gary is the head of Mint Camera. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They do Polaroids and stuff, but now they also do this. Welcome to the main event. This is the new Rollei 35 AF, and this is not a mock-up, this is a working copy of the camera, okay? Working copy of the camera. Oh my God, pull it out. I'm not gonna pull it out, I'll pull the camera out. Goodness me, you guys. Yes, this is a working copy of the camera. Now, I can't show you all of the details on it. It's not that easy, but I'm going to tell you a few things about it, because I got a chance to speak with Gary yesterday for quite a while about this camera. He just whipped it out, no warning. Just okay. Now, this camera, let's dispel some things first of all. This is not made from recycled Rolleis, okay? This is not got a recycled lens from an old camera or a plastic lens. It's got a 5-element glass and plastic lens, which they developed themselves with the help of some ex-engineers from a certain company beginning with P and ending in X. I'll say no more. Okay, now, it is. Let me take a picture for you. I'll switch the flash off so I don't blind you all. You hear that? That's the LiDAR autofocus working, and I can see a nice bright viewfinder with a little red light, a little green light that's saying, "Yep, ready to shoot," and that's it. just like that. Now, this is the cool bit. This is the bit I really like. The old school winder, and this is a 90-degree, goes all the way up and bring it back, and there's a patch on the back to make that sound and stop it from scratching the camera, and that's it. You have now wound your camera on, and it will tell you, because you've got a lovely little LED here, it'll tell you how many shots you've got, it'll tell you the ISO, and you can change the ISO, so you can hack the ISO, right? So you're getting to hear what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, there you go. Hockey fan, yeah, a little bit. It's got AF, LiDAR AF. No, you can't pull the lens out, the lens stays as it is. That's it. So that's one of the differences between the new and the old camera, okay? Now, this camera is coming out soon. It is going to start going on sale in September and will be available in October. There are plans to produce, I can't tell you exactly, there's some things I can't tell you. I can't tell you exactly how many cameras they're going to be producing, but they're going to be trying to meet demand, desperately trying to meet demand. Gary is a really nice guy. He's also a really serious guy, and he knows what he's talking about. He has done QR on every single or quality control, QC, and quality testing on every single part of this camera. This has been a real labor of love for him. Let's see. I'm just going to go through the questions, and you want to hear the click again? Okay, I'll hear the click. Here we go. Let's see. Get there. There you go. And the nice thing, the button stays down until you've advanced. Oh, it's just, the touches on it, they're fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. And so he's been working really hard to make sure that there are no issues. They've figured out all sorts of tiny problems. He has spent years working on this. And I first contacted Gary years ago, about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, when I heard he was perhaps working on a project. And yesterday he said something to me which really, heartened me and made me feel great. He actually started working on this project because of my camera announcement project, when I announced that I was going to try and make a camera and ultimately couldn't do it. But that spurred him on to actually chase this project because he had the expertise to do so. And that is exactly what I wanted people to do when I made that announcement. That was the exact thing I wanted the community to do. And he stepped up to the plate, but not just stepped up to it. He absolutely knocked it out of the park. It looks and feels like an original AF. It's got the dials. So I can select the aperture here if I want. There you go, I can select the aperture on there. I can select on here, I can choose how many rolls how many shots I've got on my roll. Though for the front dials are really purely cosmetic, like black and white, color slide, color negative, to keep with the aesthetic of the original camera. Though on this dial, I can select between auto, I can do +1, -1, +2, -2, or I can go manual. Yep, that's right, I can go manual, and I can go up to 500th of a second on there. But there's also LT, so you can do a long timer shot and up to 2 minutes, I think it was. I checked yesterday with Gary. I'd have to check it again. But yeah, there's also a self-timer on here, right? It is so clever. This camera is so clever. Now, I'm going to try and answer some of your questions. There's so much to get through. This is a full frame camera. It's not a micro 4/3. It's a 35mm. I've got a roll of street pan in there. I've got a whole bunch of film that I'm going to be shooting. I've got this camera for a week, and I am going to go absolutely nuts with it. You can't turn the autofocus off. No, the autofocus, that's the way it is. There's no manual focus on this. There wasn't space in the camera, but the flash is good. The flash is good. The camera is made in Hong Kong by Mint. They're making it in Hong Kong. Now, price-wise, it's going to be in the $700 to $750 range, from what I understand, which I think for this camera with this amount of features in this package, with the amount of testing and sourcing of materials to find the highest grade materials they possibly can. This is a premium compact camera in the likes of the T2 and etc. Gary has been so meticulous in his detail that this camera, I believe, $750 is worth every penny, okay? Every penny. Let's see. Come on, I'm ready. Mixed volatile. Does it feel solid? Yes, it does feel solid. It feels well made. And this is just the prototype. Bear in mind, it literally says, there's stickers on it saying prototype, okay? Now, some other people have asked me what battery it takes. It takes a CR2, a standard CR2, and that is good for apparently 1,000 shots. Not bad, okay? Not bad at all. It doesn't feel hollow. It's not zone focus or scale focus. It is autofocus with LiDAR. So the autofocus is quick. It's on par with the later Canon and you know, the later. Yep, and the viewfinder is nice and bright. There's a marking in there so I can see what I'm focusing on. I've got warning lights to tell me if the flash is ready or if it isn't. Side by side possible. I don't have an original Rollei, so I can't do a side by side, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Yes, there's automatic mode and there's manual mode. It's not an 8 to 10 month wait. It is going to be ready in September and October. Yeah, so that now they already did a pre-order for about 500 people. I got on that. So I'm going to be getting one of these first. But they are going to ramp up production, so they're hoping to have around 1,000 plus units per month coming out as soon as possible. The body is made from metal, okay, not plastic. There is plastic in it, but this is, I looked at the schematics, I looked at the drawings. This is an extremely complicated camera. Gary coded for this for so long. Apparently he slept 4 hours a night for like 3 or 4 years just working on this. Show us the flash. Okay, I'll show you the flash. I'm not going to blind you. So let's see. Right, I've got my flashlight warning up here. It's telling me when it's ready. And the flash is ready. There we go. So I've already wasted a few shots, but and then I can switch that off. Now it is advisable to switch the camera off when you're not using it, otherwise the battery will get used up. But yeah, so what the front dial's for, I've already been through this, but I'm going to put this up on YouTube later on so you can all go through this. You've got the dial on the right, which is your shutter speeds, and the dial on your left, which is your apertures. Okay, so you can sort of get a rough idea of what you're shooting. Now, I can't show the film bay because there's film in it, you wallies. Otherwise I would. So I can't show you everything. So this is basically a standard Rollei 35 with autofocus instead of zone focusing. Pretty much. Yeah, in a modern version, yeah. It's my Kodak Gold 200, would you set SA to 160 shoot? Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, it works that way. How many rolls of film is the battery good for? Already answered that. Already answered that. ASA, already answered that. Full manual. No focus. Zone focus. Hey, Cindy, still, what's up? Good to see you. Full frame, side by side with no G. I don't have one. I've got side by side with other old supposedly compact cameras, but you can see it is tiny. It's tiny. It's a wee little thing. It's a little camera. It's a pocket. It fits in the camera, and it is inspired by the original, so it's designed to be like the original. No, it's not APS-C. Can you lock focus and reframe? From what I understand, no. But Gary said that, you know, this, because he's, so a lot of it is working on code, right? This is a camera, so he can program things into the code to change some of the functions of the camera. So this is going to, I think, probably have like updates, or perhaps, or or updated versions, new versions as they, because with any product, when you make a new product, there are going to be creases that you have to iron out. And it's the same with cars, it's the same with everything, right? And as they go through their iterations, those creases get smoothed out and you get a better and better and better product. And I totally believe that's what we're going to see with this. They will find faults, they will find issues, and they will take care of them, and they will make sure people are happy with them. That's one of their prime causes. And meeting Gary again, he's such a nice guy. He's so passionate about what he does, and he really has put everything into this. So I am throwing my absolute full support behind this, 100%. I think this is an absolutely wonderful unit. As soon as I saw it, I was, in shock. And then he said, you can use it for a week. Oh gosh. So I'm going to, I don't have a regular roller. Yes, metal body. The lens is actually pretty good. I've seen some, well, it's very good actually. I've seen some shots taken on slide. I've seen some shots taken on other stuff. I am going to take a bunch of shots on different films this week, and I'm going to try and do a video or at least a post on the site showing it as best as I can with the scanning capabilities I've got, which are frankly rubbish. But we'll do the best we can. So what material is the top bottom plate? Metal, plastic parts. There is a, there's the film rewinder there. So and once you need to rewind the film, you do it in the old way, and same as the old camera, you flip that up, rewind the film, and then flip that across, take the plate out, lift the plate open, take your film out, put a new one in, off you go. So, let's see, yes, it does come off like the OG. It does come off like the OG. You can't see me load a roll because there's already a roll in here, and it's a fresh one. I don't want to ruin it. You'll see that in a later one. I'm going to do another one of these, okay? What is the focal length? Aperture is a 35mm 2.8. Light meter, no light meter. As far as I can see, I believe, yeah, there's no light meter. It will give you a setting to say it's okay, it's in autofocus, or the flash is ready, but you have to be prepared to work out your light meter settings. But that's not an issue because you can stick a light meter or carry a light meter with you. It's got a strap here, like the original, just one strap. The battery is loaded on the back, okay? And sorry for any of you who are working at the moment. I suggest you quickly run to the toilets and go for a quick break to watch this video. So what's the minimum focusing distance? Interesting. I had a chat with Gary about this yesterday as well. Officially 0.7 meters, so 70 centimeters, but it is good as down to 50 centimeters. So it will still be in focus. Does it have a flash? Yes, it has a flash. Is there a way to manual select aperture, Bellamy? Yes, there is. On this dial, on this dial, I can select the aperture. And, there. So it's telling me, I'm looking at this, and it's telling me if this is okay. So if it's f4, it's not quite okay. 5.6, yes, it's okay. So, anyone use the contact sensor? Can it survive up and drop on the floor? Not going to try, silly question. Is there a flash sync? No. Would it be nice to keep the cold chill on the bottom just for accessories? But man, this checks off so many boxes. Complaining about the price, but it's a buy once, cry once for sure. This is, I think this is one of the most impressive cameras I've seen in quite a long time, actually. And I'm around cameras all the time. It's kind of what I do, and this is just it's remarkable what they've managed to do and how much smart technology they've managed to fit into such a small item is incredible. It's incredible. You can't lock the focus. What can you control in the manual mode? Aperture and shutter speed, and flash. Oh, and you can do ISO override. There isn't a built-in light meter. Does it have DX coding? Yes, it does. It does have. How many frames out of a roll? I mean, if you put 36 in, you get 36. It does. It's a 35mm camera, so you can't manual focus the lens. Do you load it in the same way upside down? Yes, you do. How do the photos look? You'll see soon. Leaf or curtain shutter? It's a leaf shutter, and the lowest shutter speed is well, the highest shutter speed is 500. The lowest is about 2 minutes. Okay, so what I really want people to do is go over to Mint and follow them and check their site and try and do a pre-order if you can, or put your name down, go and support them. They are doing the right thing. Yeah, we've got Gary, can lock focus and reframe. So yes, we can. Gary's helping me here. Thank you, Gary. It's good to see you, man. Can lock focus and reframe. I'm just learning about this. I got this last night, right? I got this last night and I'm still figuring out. So, you know, forgive me if I overlook a few things. I'm also really, really excited. This is just extremely exciting. So, you know, I'm also really nervous. So as you can see, there is a strap thing there. I'm going to put a strap on it as soon as I can, because I am not going to be responsible for dropping this thing. And yeah, thanks. It's good to have you in here, Gary. Thanks for clarifying. So, Gary the goat. Yes, indeed, he is. He is. How's it? You know what? How much does it weigh? I'll tell you. Hold on. It's got a film in it. It's got a battery in it. Let's have a look. I've got scale here. Scale here, and with film and battery, 277 grams. There you go. Not bad. That's pretty svelte, actually. Yeah, so Gary, let's see. Gary looking for a new bestie. How many frames can you get from a roll? You get the full amount of frames because it's a full frame 35mm camera. This isn't a half frame camera. This isn't an APS-C. This is everything it's meant to be. Lotus and Bro, show us the whole. Not yet. I can't. I'm doing my best. No, I'm not going to accidentally open it. Can you compare size next to your phone? Well, I'll compare size next to a phone. It's smaller than a phone. Okay, this is an older iPhone, but it's small. Yeah. No, you didn't. He said, I can't do that because why would he do that? What are you talking about? Lower shutter speed. Does it have a collapsible lens like the OG? No. I implore you to go and watch this when I post it on YouTube later. I'm going to talk, I'm going to put it on there because I've answered a lot of these questions already. What do you think of the Pentax N1? I've never used one, so I couldn't tell you. Can you switch the battery if it dies mid-roll? Well, I believe you can. I don't know. I haven't tested this. Gary would be best to answer that, but I believe yes. I mean, you can change the battery. Is the cost revealed? Yes, $750. Is there a hot shoe at the bottom? No, there isn't. On a break, don't tell boss man. I know you're boss man. Don't worry, they'll be cool with this one. Trust me. Show us the dials up close. Okay, I'll show you as close as I can. There you go. Look. What's the flashing speed? No light meter doesn't mean no auto exposure. Same size as Rollei 35. So, can you stop asking the same question? If you keep on asking the same question, I'm just going to block you, man. That thing is tiny. Size comparison with an X8, I don't know. Yes, 500 shutter speed. So what battery does it take? Okay, I've answered all of these. You'll have to go back, check it later. But this is, yes, you should also go and follow Gary. This is, I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away by this. It does everything I expected it to do. It'll read your film, it'll tell you, it'll put your ISO, you can override the ISO, you can switch the flash on, you can switch the flash off. You have got self timer, you can go manual, you can go auto, it's got LiDAR autofocus, it's fast, it's quiet, it's smooth, it's got the lovely ratchet winding motion. I'm in love with this thing, absolutely in love with it. Yeah, I'm getting one. There's no question I'm going to have one of these. This is going to be one of my daily carries. You know, I'm really excited to use it for the next week and report back to Gary and tell him what, you know, how I feel about it. I feel extremely privileged to be able to have done this. Thank you so much, Gary, for letting me do this and for letting me share this with people. And you should all go out and be buying one of these. You should go and support this. I'm going to so I've got a roll of street pan in there for the first roll because, you know, but after that I'm going to try a whole bunch of color films. I've got some old Tudor, I've got some Natura, I've got some Variochrome. I'm going to try a little bit of everything. So they're asking if no, but you can't squeeze more than 36 shots, no. Sorry if I missed, but what batteries does it take? CL2, I'd rather this than the P17. Well, you know, quite a few people have said that, but this is aimed, I believe, at a different market to the Pentax. We knew the Pentax was going to be half frame, and as they've shown by the way they've advertised it and the way and the people that they've got to support it, it is aimed at a younger market. It is aimed at the Instagram, the Gen Z market, which is weird because I'm on Instagram and, you know, most of my followers are kind of that market, but okay, you know, whatever. So, will it make you a better photographer or at least a cooler photographer? No, none will. This is where the camera will, you can change the battery mid-roll, nothing will be affected. Thank you, Gary. Very good. So it has, it's going to be really hard to see on the video on here. It's got a tiny little OLED here, which gives you readings and tells you what's going on. And you'll be able to, you know, figure out what you need to know. It's hard to see it on the camera, unfortunately. Limited edition Rollei JCH. That would be sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to have one of those. No, so I'm trying to go through all of these questions, or, you know, there's a time. There's so much. So many. Cycling caps aren't back in stock. I'm going to try and get some more. I'm doing my best. Why call it a Rollei if it was a mint camera? Because Rollei wanted to be, you know, participate in this project and put branding on it. So it revives a great brand, you know. So what do you see inside of the viewfinder? What I'm looking at outside of the viewfinder. There is a central, there are viewfinder markings to tell me where the edge of the frame is and where the center of the frame is. Get it, but the Pen 17 is $250 cheaper, and this is offer so much more. I can pay sense, pay it. Some of these comments I can't repeat, man. You guys are just terrible. You guys are bad. I want the JCH X Brompton. Yeah, that's actually pretty sick. I wouldn't mind one of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this out and I'm going to be shooting with this week and next week, and then I'm going to give it back to Gary, and I'm going to try and do another video if I can with more detail about this. I'm going to do some close-up. Bear in mind my editing skills are crap, so it might not be the best video, but I'll do my best. I'm going to do my best. What will be the first roll? I'm going to shoot through it. Street pan, my man. Excuse me, this is thirsty work. It's exciting. I mean, I was giddy like a little schoolgirl last night, you know, and we just got talking, and we ended up talking for ages. And I'm sure Gary was tired because he just hopped off a plane as well. So, you know, kudos to Gary for coming straight over. And spending time with me and really showing me how, you know, this is such a wonderful project and deserves all of our support. While I'm here, how's the exchange rate over there right now? Horrible. It's great for you guys. While I'm here, also Silver Grain Classics. Thank you for sending me another magazine. If you haven't read a copy of Silver Grain, you absolutely should. It is a great magazine. I used to write for it. I don't have time anymore, but go and get yourself a copy of Silver Grain. Lovely people. They're also working on a camera project too, and they've been working on a scanner project. Yeah. So we might actually have a decent scanner for a change, which is fantastic. You know. Let's see. Yes, new release. It might. I don't know how this is going to affect the pricing on other point and shoots because, used point and shoots, because certain used point and shoots have, cachet or whatever. But I think as they get older, they're going to, start failing. So yeah, I think cameras like this might take their place. I hope that there's going to be further iterations of it. I'd like to see different colors of it. One of these in black would be absolutely sick. Or one of them in, I don't know, they made an Urashi, painted Urashi edition back in Japan of the original one. Something like that would be incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah. So, from what I understand, Silver Grain Classics is actually working with Plus Tech, from what I can understand. And they're trying to do something with Plus Tech to optimize or develop a new scanner or something to that. I haven't finished reading it yet, so I'm still. Plus Tech and Silverfast raise the bar for desktop scanning. Plus Tech and Silverfast. Okay, sorry, not Silver Grain Classics, my bad. But Plus Tech I think they've released a new version of their older 120 scanner, which is great because they're gone. They make a fluorescent print one, I'll buy too. JCH red, yeah boy. Also, by the way, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on the site that you should come and see and buy, including this beautiful M3 limited edition special version we made called the Real Reporter. Comes in its case. Got a whole bunch of cameras to sell, and a load of prices have been dropped, so you can come over and get something while you can. We've got some. It's been a hectic week. It's been crazy, with this whole Pentax thing, and now this. It's been brilliant. It's been exciting, and now I've got hold of this. I don't want to work this week, but I do want you to go and buy a camera. But I want to go out and just shoot with this thing incessantly until I can't do it anymore. So I'm just going to give it the best shot I can. I'm going to get as much shots as I can, and I'm, just going to do an honest review, even though I'm completely jaded because I love this thing. I've been supporting it for a long time. I've watched how they've worked through their R&D and how they've worked through pitfalls and how they've just stayed quiet and kept their heads down. Nothing boastful, nothing bragful, just getting on with it and focusing on making a really great camera. And that is what they've done. They have made a really great camera, a camera for the modern age for film. So so basically you're looking at it doesn't have manual focus. No, it doesn't. It only has LiDAR, but LiDAR autofocus is very quick. So there's a lot to see, a lot to learn. I've still got a lot to learn. This is a prototype after all. He's still got, Gary is meticulous. He's handing it over to me and he's still saying, don't worry about this and don't worry about things that I don't even notice, and he's, I've figured out a solution for this and I'm working on a solution for this one and this one, because they have, seriously, they have been through every single stage to try and find every single place that there could be any kind of fault, which is brilliant, and considering Mint isn't a huge company, it's just people with passion, and I really love that. So it doesn't have filter threads on the lens, and it doesn't have a lens hood at the moment, but I spoke with Gary about the idea of perhaps having a 3D printed lens hood that could be or people could make their own 3D printed ones, or perhaps they could make ones, which would be great, but at the moment, as of this point, it doesn't have filter threads or a lens hood. Something to think about for the future. So this is it. This is what my big reveal was. I'm going to post a bit more about it on the old grams at some point. I'm going to continue playing with this. I'm really excited. I kind of don't know what to do with myself right now. I'm just getting a bit lost. I'm trying to read through the questions as well. I'm doing the best I can. Wonder what the warranty service life will be. Don't know about that. You know, but I know that Mint does have a very good reputation for the warranty and servicing on their Polaroid cameras, so I assume it would be exactly the same. So yeah, that's it. Here's the new Rollei 35 AF. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this camera. I hope you go and get one of this camera and support it. I think this is going to be a real success. So is the grip plastic or leather? It feels to me like leather. I think it actually might be leather, yeah. Yeah, do we have a release date? Yes, release date is in September, around the 15th, I believe. With the, or pre-order date at least, with the actual release date being sometime in October. So late September, October. From that's what I understand. So not long, you know, after summer, and you've got one. You've got one in time for Christmas. Woohoo! Thoughts on Leica Z2X? No idea. 277 grams. Yeah, 277 grams. And it feels lovely. It really does. It feels solid, feels well made, feels weighty. There's nothing cheap. It doesn't feel cheap at all. You know, I've felt plenty of cheap cameras, you know, all made of plastic. No, this feels premium. Yeah, I've held a lot of premium compact cameras, and this is one of them. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed the announcement. And I'm going to put this up on YouTube later on. Please like and subscribe on there. Please go over there and check that out. Also, please check out the site. Come buy a camera, come buy some merch. We've got lots of stuff for sale. I'd love you to get involved. Always thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the community, and thank you for letting me show this to you. I'm honoured to be able to show this to you. Thank you to Gary as well, and the people at Mint for being absolutely awesome and letting me do this. So there you go. Be cool to one another. Keep on shooting film. I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Japan Camera Hunter out.